guys, Samantha from Jessima Tutorials here, and today I'm going to show you what to do with the scraps from one of my previous tutorials. And here's what we ended up making in that tutorial, just so that you can see. There should be a link in the description below to that tutorial. But today we're going to be working with the scraps. And I particularly like working with scraps that have metal leaf and alcohol ink on them, because we can just create some really cute, quite stunning patterns with them with relative ease. So I'm going to take those pieces. And now the whole trick to this is to be rather random with your cuts. I know we have some black around the edges here, but that's perfectly fine. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut it into strips. You can do that with this as well. Just cut that into strips. And it doesn't matter how large the strips are, just cut it into bits, like so. Like so. So I've got all the pieces just kind of hanging around over here, and then I have a piece of paper that I'm going to be working on. So I'm going to take these pieces, and the whole trick with this is to really mix them up, and to not just put them all in a straight line. Really just mingle them together. Make sure that you've got different colours with other colours, and I don't want them all to be straight lines either. You can pop in holes and just have it all kind of meshing together. You don't have to go all in one direction. You can have other pieces just kind of wrapping around like so. The whole point of this, and you're going to get the most out of it if you do it like this, where you just really mess around with the pieces. Okay, and there we go. Then your next step is going to be to burnish that, because all these pieces are still not pressed together and won't stick together well. So just use a piece of paper to just burnish that all together, like so. Okay, and that will be good enough for the moment. I also want to crackle that leaf just a little bit more, so I'm going to use my roller just to crackle that a bit. And that will further flatten the pieces together. And then just make sure that you do that across a few times, just to even it out, because the roller will leave some lines. There, you can see how that looks. Okay, and I'm going to be using one of my moonstone cutters. Now I am going to be showing you a trick, because I do not have a reverse and I want to create earrings. So what we're going to do is we're just going to cut a piece like normal, and you can cut it however way you want. I'm probably going to cut it at a slight angle to these pieces, because I don't want it to be completely going across. I think that looks nicer. And just cutting straight through like so. Okay, and that's going to be your first cutter, or piece I guess. Then I'm going to lift this up and just take this piece out, because you don't want to accidentally ruin that. And all you're going to do is you're going to flip this. Make sure that you burnish it back down, and then you'll be able to cut out a reverse earring. Okay, and I've actually moved it to a tile so that I can get a cleaner cut. And then I'm just going to cut at the same angle as my previous piece, and that way we should get a reverse. And these scraps can be used, obviously you can take some more pieces out of this, but you can still use that the same way that I just did these pieces. Just get that up quickly, and there you go. Now you have two pieces that are opposite to one another, and that is how you can use one cutter to get a pair of earrings. Now I'm going to put this into the oven for a full hour at Burroughs recommended temperature, and then when it's done, I'm going to pop some UV resin on them and finish them up. Okay, and here they are out of the oven. You can give them a quick sand on the back and sides if you need to, but otherwise you shouldn't really need to do much with them because we have foil, or I guess metal leaf, on both sides, and so you're not going to be able to sand that bit. Next I'm going to be using some UV resin, and this is just going to give us a really nice dome, and it's going to end up looking almost like faux dichroic. And it just is a really, really nice effect. I quite love how this ends up looking. Let me know in the comments below what you think about it. And if you enjoyed the video so far, please do consider leaving a like, as it does help the channel out. And if you have questions or anything that you would like to say, please do leave a comment down below. I do read each and every single one of them, and it's greatly appreciated. But yeah, just pop the UV resin across. Cure it in the UV light for a couple of minutes, and then you'll be able to assemble them. Okay, and then once they're out of the UV light, we are going to drill them. I've already drilled this one, but I do want to just show you how nice that resin makes the surface, because it just adds that really nice dichroic finish to it. So what you're going to do is you're just going to take a pin drill and just drill through the resin. And the resin is going to be a little hard to get through. The polymer clay shouldn't be a problem, but the resin does take a bit of time to drill straight through. Like so. And there we go. Once you get to the polymer clay layer, it shouldn't be too tricky. It's really just the resin that takes a bit. There we go. And now you've got a nice hole. And so you can assemble your pieces now with relative ease. And there we go. All finished. So this was a really easy leftover technique. It's one of my favourites, and it's also one of the most simple. But yeah, let me know what you thought in the comments below if you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you'd like to support the channel further so I can continue doing videos like this one, please do consider becoming a member or a patron. There is a join button below this video to become a member, or there is a link to Patreon in the description below. Both are most appreciated, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.